It's been smooth sailing here at CVG for the most part of today. Hardly any TSA lines, and as you can see from behind me, no check-in lines. There has been no accumulating foot traffic there. We're also keeping our eyes on the flight dashboards, both arrivals and departures. It's looked pretty good all day, except now you can actually see that there was a canceled flight from Delta heading to Boston. Now, it's unclear if this is associated with those cuts, but it's definitely something that we're going to keep our eyes on.
It is a little concerning, I think. I know we're coming back Monday, and so we're a little like, are we going to be, stuck or delayed?
Flying out for a girls' trip or coming in for a work trip. CVG flyers are
crossing my fingers.
The FAA announced a 10% reduction in flights at major airports to help relieve stress from air traffic controllers who have been working long hours without pay as the government shutdown continues.
We're talking about 40,000 flights a day, with the potential of 10% of them being reduced. So we're looking at thousands of flights that may not be happening in the near future starting tomorrow.
Travel experts expect the cuts to create long lines at TSA and check-in.
It could mean more and more people spending extra time rebooking.
Airlines are now posting memos of what their policies will be if their flights are canceled by the cuts.
I got an email from United this morning saying that it's going to be impacting flights starting tomorrow with no real language in it as to what it is that meant.
I think about my future travel for work, and I'm like, if I have meetings, I'm going to have to probably make sure I'm there a day before or something and not kind of flying, the day of and stuff. So it is a little concerning.
Travel experts advise flyers to make backup plans and consider taking alternate modes of travel or even trying for earlier flights.
Our AAA recommendations, if you can get a direct flight from an airport to somewhere and get an early morning flight, those are good options. Part of it being you don't have to worry about a layover at another airport where there's a potential for a delay. The second part of that is if that flight in the morning is canceled, you have many more opportunities to catch a later flight.
Yeah, so the FAA did release a statement to us saying that these cuts are to ensure the safety of operations continue. You can find more information on what different airlines are doing in the wake of these cuts on our website. For now, in CVG, with photojournalist Damaris Evans, Brenner Donez, Fox 19 Now.
Good evening. There has been a steady stream of people today coming to this departures board behind me, coming to see if their flight has been changed, as there are several delays and cancellations for flights right now. We spoke with some travelers who say their travel day is turning into multiple.
Yeah, it's been chaotic. I woke up this morning, everything was red on the board, and I just had to rebook everything. So instead of a 5-hour flight, I'm looking at a 12-hour flight now.
The worst case scenario for travelers at CVG, learning that their flight will not be departing. Alex Kaleli tells me after rebooking his canceled flight, his new flight was delayed.
I'm not going to get home until probably 2 in the morning.
CVG is one of the 40 airports that cut 4% of their flights starting today, and this is just the beginning. The airport will gradually increase that number to 10% next week. A spokesperson for AAA tells me travelers should hold on to some hope of arriving to their destination if their flight is changed.
It looks like some of the flights that they cut were one of numerous flights to that same destination in some cases. Instead of running 11 flights to a city, they're running 10 flights that day. That could be good for passengers in that they're still getting flights out to that destination. There just might not be as many choices during that time period.
He adds that people may also start opting for driving to their location amid the cancellation of flights. Mike Villette is flying to Atlanta for a layover today and says he is concerned.
Still concerned, if I'm going to be able to get to Atlanta today. But getting back, I'm not too concerned since it's an international flight.
CVG released a statement saying, quote, "We encourage travelers to check flight status with their airline and to resolve any ticketing and or itinerary issues with their airline before coming to the airport," end quote. And Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says flights will be reduced by 10% next week, but this number could increase depending on what the number of air traffic controllers looks like as this continues. Reporting at CVG with photojournalist Damaris Evans, Annie Elming, Fox 19 Now.